Heal my ass.
Warrior of the
Heaven's Peak. Right. Uh, I played again and the game crashed. So. I really need to start doing shorter segments. I mean, it's not constantly crashing, but it's crashing often enough that it's something I have to worry about. So baby steps. Less aggravating to lose 20 minutes of gameplay than lose hour plus. Still, it should be fairly simple. We just need to get in there. The reason I'm doing anything else but blue is because I know there's an ambush there now. So I need something to take care of that. Okay, Mr. Red.
Reds.
We really need you to... Yep, stay there.
Browns.
Actually, I might as well stay there.
Blues.
Let's see if I can cause the action. There are corpses at my feet, lots of them.
Coming back. Coming back.
With the blues, we can resurrect all casualties too, so as long as we don't get massive amount of casualties, we should be fine. I still don't like the reds. Any kind of slight movement and they're worthless. I suppose if we would directly draw enemies to a huge pile of reds, it could be different. Because the arc they're firing is fairly low, so it would mandatorily hit something. And if you have enough of them, it's pretty much instant death anyway. Right? They're hitting targets they're not aiming at, because they're trailing the actual target. This game might be interesting to play with a massively powered Overlord instead of trying to use a lot of minions always. Because you could spend the minion points on boosting your gear and go full corruption. Although the fighting isn't that great, so I would guess it'll get fairly tedious soon. I've been here before, so I know there's nothing of real interest there. Some minor loot things. Actually there is something I didn't do, which might be a better thing for us to do for now. It's easy for us to make a autosave there, which is probably a good place for us to end. However, there's a cemetery here earlier that we encountered, and I never explored it. I went to the opposite way. We might as well take a look at the cemetery. There are way too many blues for that though. I seem to recall it being close to the starting location.
Coming back. Big move. Big move.
Don't fucking break it.
Yes, master. Greens. Reds.
Why am I doing it this way? What the hell are you people bombarding? Clearly you're not hitting it. Okay, some of the rams might do a little bit of damage for us. To us, rather. I guess this is the safest way to deal with things, but it's also, I feel, sort of unnecessary.
You choose all.
Right. A little bit of extra brown essence. When we get our first proper equipment upgrade, I'll seriously consider popping it with the minions. Although I feel there's a risk that it'll excuse me, it'll lead to grinding, which I don't want to do. If I get a new helmet, for example, I'd like to upgrade the minion numbers. Although I think that's fairly pointless, but whatever.
I got out before they shut the city. Wouldn't want to be
Okay,
trapped
there
in
were
there.
the
I don't know what's worse. Stuck in there
shepherd.
with them, or stuck out here
Somewhere
with them.
close to that was the cemetery. How many do we have? 5. I'll keep a couple so we can resurrect as needed. I don't like reds, at least too many. It's a bit hard to control. We might keep a few though. We have frontal assault power, backstabbing power, range power, and double resurrection, son of a bitch. And if a magical opponent or two comes our way, we can handle it. Right, this. I've never visited here, so what's so special about the cemetery? It provides an alternative way to get to the sewer, so but I'm not sure how valuable that is.
Proud.
Not sure how the people will appreciate me destroying the graveyard. Okay, reds and greens seem to work fairly well together.
Big move.
Greens don't really work unless you have the uh, marker here though. They won't attack the jump attack unless they have a marker.
Brown.
So this is more or less just a little bit of a treasure for us. There's still more. And I'm not preparing the bottle, there's clearly a gold thingamajig there. The automatic looting doesn't really work all that well. You have to use the minions, but they always leave things uncollected.
For you. All.
Right, anything else? A lot of fire. Suspicious amount of fire for a graveyard. Ah. Right, no casualties so far. Reds lure them closer, greens assault them, browns act as a buffer. Browns don't work all that well as guards though. They quite often just stand there doing nothing. Yeah, what to do about those guys? Ooh, poison zombies.
Greens. Blue. Greens.
So what are you gonna do?
Oh.
So they're not really poison zombies, you just get poison energy out of them. We'll have to do some kind of charge there, or there could be a spawn spot for these. Yeah, they're just popping up there. And I'm stumbling on my own fucking camera, that's ridiculous. It's free poison energy, I guess. And they keep popping up. So I'm guessing until they're meant to block that particular passage up there. They're range attackers. What can we do here? Yeah, we'll have to go through these guys and attack them. Okay. Also, the shitty undead seem to have a very short reaction range. You could easily just run past them, they probably wouldn't be able to do much.
All!
It's nice that it is to farm energy here when you get going. I suppose... is this blocked? No. Blocked for me though.
Ooh, an object. I like objects.
What the fuck are you people even gathering? It's a health bar increase. Okay, that's very welcome. The goal should also be fairly close, so that shouldn't take that long. Okay, I'm very happy that I came here. I feel like I should have at least one more though. But let's see how the situation looks after this. How the hell do you open that? Stop bombarding them. Can I control the greens? Oh, no. Can't control those. Okay, where the hell do I need to go to actually reach them then?
All!
I mean, you'd think it's the simplest possible thing to drop the item for a second, use the thingamajig, and then pick up the item again, but the answer is please. It's the most complex thing ever. This is probably just a good place to bombard the opponents.
Greens! All!
All indeed. We might have to knock down a couple of zombies, but that's probably it. A couple might be underestimating, but still.
You choose all!
Are you using the zombie hands as weapon? Yes. I suppose I can't really complain. Whatever works, works. Okay, what's this place? Just a place for the couple of ranged attackers. Like, water minion summoning location. Another access to the water.
Your health has increased.
Thank you very much. I'm not sure how important that ends up being. I mean, having a couple of health bars is nice. Or segments. That's something you might easily lose if you are in the thick of things. But more than that, I don't think it matters all that much. Still, I could be proven wrong, so don't mind getting more. This is another alternative entrance to the town, but these should also be locked, right? It's the reason we need to use the sewer entrance. I'll clear up the fire area, then we'll head towards the sewer. So, not plot-related side distraction that gives you extra life. This should go directly to the water, which is fine, but I don't particularly want to go there. I already know how to get to the sewers, and everything extra is just extra. What we want is the fire. The fire is not something I can reach simply by going down. Something completely different. Alright. I need 10 reds.
Browns. Blues.
Yeah, I didn't exactly want that.
Browns. All.
Right, if I go there with anything else, they'll just burn to death.
Blues. Greens. Reds. Browns.
So more or less we just need reds. And a blue. I'm struggling to figure out what's so special about that place anymore though.
All.
It's something extra. It's nothing vital to our interests.
Greens. Reds. Browns.
They will give up a few browns. I need a blue and reds.
Greens. Reds. Browns. Blues.
Perfect.
All.
Main problem being, the fire area doesn't go anywhere we need to go with any of the objectives. We already got the health item out of this, so why have this fire blockade here too?
Greens. Reds.
I'm trying to give you orders, you piece of shit. Yeah, it's not doing the correct order, so Yeah, I was in some kind of control mode again. I suppose there could be a storage of fire energy, but that seems sort of unlikely. Surely there's some other purpose to it. Although looking at this, I don't see any.
Greens.
It looks like it could. No, there's definitely something there. Ability to summon raids again, but why? Maybe you could come from the other direction, I suppose. Still, I find that somewhat unlikely.
Red.
Saying it couldn't happen, but this is the much more likelier direction you're gonna come to this place. And from this direction it makes no sense to have the fire in location. But I suppose it's absolutely mandatory to have it if you come from the other direction.
You choose all. Red.
Right, that's the only notable resistance we still have here. The rest is trivial to get through.
You choose all.
So just a place to summon fires.
Reds.
Well, we didn't have all that much fire energy, so in that sense, it's hard to complain about this. We have a use for it. Okay.
Reds.
Yeah. Nothing else.
You
Minor
choose
loot
all.
items maybe here and there, but that's about it. Cut him off. Okay, this was a waste of time. Although we were short on red energy, so I suppose it's sort of valuable.
All.
Right. Nothing left to do but go to the sewers. There's a couple of ways to do it. I think we would be better to use the route we've already cleared, so we don't have to get into nonsensical fights with anyone. Also, we might as well get rid of most of our minions. It's an interesting area. I played it a little bit before the game crashed, or rather the recording decided doesn't want to cooperate anymore. But we're gonna get to that, no point talking about it really. It's worth talking about in the sense that how you keep the game fresh is probably a problem. Because there's still a very limited amount of things you can do with four minion types. What I want to bring that up is it's a I want to see more areas like it. The areas that seem to have sort of a theme going for it. So not every area from this point on needs to have access to all 4 minion groups. Or even multiple ones, just some kind of heavy reliance of on a specific type because of the environmental issues you have to face in this particular area. More of that, that's what I would like to see. Also, I really need to get rid of most of these. The blue ones will survive, no doubt, but not sure about the rest. And 2 blue ones is maybe a little bit too few to really rely on. Right. No, they're not the sewers. They're called something else. What was it? Something like some kind of a shitty manager made a name for it because sewer sounds too dirty. Under streets, right?
They're dead. The serious kind of dead, where you don't get up and...
Yeah, a lot of rotting undead, and basically you have to rely a lot on just the blue ones.
Warrior of the watery ones!